for another video. First of all, I hope everyone is going to have a great Christmas. Today's Christmas Eve. And so tomorrow we'll be celebrating the day of the year that everyone looks forward to. But it seems as though our friend Liv's Life ran into some trouble when she was at the mall shopping with her kids for Christmas. So we're going to go ahead and hear her little story and make our comments, shall we?
So anyway, we had to walk back across the mall and out of Dillard's to get out of the mall. So we're walking towards Dillard's, back in front of the Christmas area where Santa is, and boom, I see their father, okay? Whatever, I don't say nothing, mind my business, keep walking, the kids say hello, okay? I stop, he's right here, I stop right here, and I'm waiting for the kids to say their hellos and their whatever, you know, that whatever, they want to say hello to their dad. This chick, okay, this random chick that I've never seen in my life, comes up to me and puts her finger in my face. You lucky that we here in this mall, I would beat your ass. She comes this close to my face. And I'm thinking to myself, who the hell is this woman? Who is this? Never spoke to this person. Don't know this person. The other chick is standing with Gerard. Which, by the way, I understand. I get it. I get it. I get why he's so mad. But yeah, she's standing there, and this other chick is like in my face, and I'm like, who are you? Do I know you? Excuse me? Mind you, I'm standing there with my baby, okay? My baby, my infant child, which he's in the stroller, okay? This woman is in my face talking about she gonna beat my ass. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Make a move. I wanna beat your ass. She's doing all of this in front of my kids. Gerard and this kid Gerard and that lady are over here laughing like it's funny. And I just keep thinking in my mind, if this woman swings on me, this mall is packed, okay? Packed. And this is right in front of Santa's area, okay? So mind you, not only is there millions of adults, but there's children everywhere.
Wow. Okay, first of all, it sounds as though somebody who is associated with Gerard, her ex, and his current girlfriend, I think her name is Nisha, it sounds like somebody associated with them was going to be the one to run up on Liv. And maybe that was the case because Gerard and her are dealing with the court system and they don't want any problems. Or maybe the girl is just a hothead and she's watched some of Liv's life videos, and so she was offended for her sister or whoever she was to Nisha. That in and of itself is wrong because, like she said, you're in a mall, you're around children, she's with her children, her infant child. This is just wrong on so many levels. Like, even if Liv's Life has been online and talking a whole lot of junk, which we've seen, it definitely does not warrant someone who's got no dog in the fight coming up trying to fight in a mall around small children. That's just ghetto. That's just erratic. That's just ratchet on so many different levels. And I'm not saying that, you know, Liv's not some of those things herself. But, you know, I think she's at least kosher enough to know that you shouldn't be fighting in a mall with small children. Like, come on. That just doesn't even sound right. And for Gerard to stand there and like let it happen without trying to calm things down, I don't know if he's a stand-up kind of guy, and I don't know if I would want someone like that in my life. But again, this is somebody that she chose to spend probably almost a decade with, maybe even more. So, calls into a question a lot, but let's keep hearing the rest of the story.
And this lady's standing in my face, cussing me out, talking about she's gonna beat my ass. And I have my hand on my stroller, because my stroller is literally to my body right here. And I'm thinking to myself, if this woman swings on me, what's gonna happen to the baby? I'm just thinking about the baby. You know what I mean? The baby's gonna get knocked over. He was in his stroller. Is he secured right? Will he fall out of his stroller? I'm thinking about all this shit, and I have this weirdo, crazy looking chick in my face talking shit. And then I have my other kids over here, and they're crying. They're upset. And I'm like, it was happening so fast, I couldn't really process anything. But I just kept thinking, if she swings at me and we start fighting, what's gonna happen to this baby right here? What's gonna happen to this baby? That was the most disgusting, disrespectful thing. Come to find out, it was her sister. I've never spoke to this lady. I don't care to speak to this lady. This lady is honestly, truly so irrelevant to my life. Like, who are you? First of all, the other one is completely irrelevant. And now you coming up talking mess, talking about I talk shit. Okay, and I'm going to keep talking whatever you think is shit. I'm going to keep talking. Whether you hit me or don't hit me, or I don't really know. Like I said, fighting is for ugly girls, so it makes complete sense, okay? Now, if someone is trying to fight me, there's a time and a place. Not in front of Santa's fucking picture booth with millions of kids and my children standing there watching. You guys, it was so disgusting. It was so disgusting. And the fact that he let that happen in front of my children. My children.
Exactly, Liv. And that should open up your eyes in so many ways and make you really question the characteristics that you look for in your future men. Because that is so true. The fact that you have this man here who is the father of your children, who is allowing his girlfriend or his fiance, whatever, sister to make a scene at a mall in front of your children and threaten the mother of his children, whether he hates you or not, it's still wrong on so many levels. And I mean, me and my child's father, we don't have like the best of relationships, but I'm pretty sure if I needed help, he would help me. He wouldn't allow somebody to disrespect me in any kind of way. But then, I mean, let's just be honest, I'm not also online bashing him or his current girls. So that might be part of the reason why I could still count him as somewhat of an ally. You kind of, I mean, let's just be honest, Liv. You say that you talk shit online, you recognize that. And so maybe going forward, you should either lessen it or just eradicate those two from like your videos, period. Because you don't need Gerard anymore for your videos. He's not a part of your life in that way. And it's obviously causing more drama than it's actually going to be worth. And so for your own safety, for your children's safety, for little AJ's safety, you definitely don't need to be doing this. And it's not about being afraid or anything like that. It's just about swallowing your pride a little bit, being the bigger person, and saying, you know what, this isn't worth it. This is never worth it. We're trying to have a good Christmas. I want to spend some time with my children. I'm not trying to fight people anymore. You're in your 30s. Like, you have 4 small children. Why would that even be an option at this point? I don't even know why ratchet women are so into that fighting thing. Like, it seems like as an adult, fighting should be probably the last thing that you would consider doing. Like, when it comes to, you know, middle schoolers and even high schoolers, like maybe that's how they handle problems. But when you're an adult, you know, 20, 30, 40 years old, fighting should be the last thing that you resort to. Because number one, there's too much to lose at this point. You could get arrested, and you're right. What would happen to your baby? Would he get just dropped off in foster care or something like that? You never know. You already lost primary custody of your first 3 children. Now you're putting yourself in situations in which you don't need to be in. And so it's like, okay, if you can just say to yourself, you know what? I'm not going to talk about these people anymore because it's not worth it. And it isn't. Let's just be honest, Liv. Your channel is doing just fine without Gerard. You don't need that drama in your life. You are a woman who is, you know, extremely beautiful. And you just need to have a little bit more self-respect and a little bit more self-care. And maybe you don't see yourself as valuable, but honey, you are. And you don't need to be putting yourself in situations like that. All this extra talking crap online or talking shit, as you put it, it's not worth it. Not when you have the attention that you have on this platform. You're worth so much more than that. You can do so many other types of videos and not mention these two at all. Especially when you realize, like, Gerard's obviously not a stand-up kind of guy if he's allowing this kind of stuff to happen. His girlfriend's obviously, or his fiance, is obviously not a stand-up woman, allowing her sister to make a fool out of herself in a public setting, doing all that, and they're just standing there laughing. There's nothing funny about a woman with a small child getting threatened, like, in any circumstance. And especially if she's not even said a word about this young lady. You know what I mean? The one who was trying to fight her. She said her crap about Nisha. At the end of the day, if that's your sister, that's your sister's problem, not yours. It's not worth you. as an individual going to jail trying to fight somebody for your sister. Like, that's just weird in and of itself. It's like sometimes people probably do hate you, Liv, because maybe they do have a little bit of jealousy for you because you're a person who's on YouTube, you make money, you have a platform, and some people probably are jealous of you. Let's just be honest. Some people feel like they can't command that kind of attention, and so they feel like they need to put hands on you, whatever. All I'm saying for you, stop talking about these people. Just please, because it's dangerous at this point, and it isn't worth it. You hear about so many YouTubers literally getting murdered, and you probably think that maybe because you are who you are, maybe you're invincible, but honey, you're a human being who bleeds just like everybody else, and it ain't worth it at the end of the day. You have a very small child who's not even one. The last thing he needs is for something bad to happen to you. And the 3 beautiful children that you've had with Gerard, the last thing they need is their mom trying to set some kind of example in the mall. You know, they're just trying to enjoy Christmas with you. You know, and it's a shame that you guys can't even come within each other's, you know, pathway, and this kind of stuff happens. Like, I don't know what it's going to take to get you guys to resolve whatever issues you've got, you know, but at the end of the day, honey, it's all craziness, and it ain't worth your time. It's not worth you losing your life, your platform, your children. It's not worth it at all. Let's just leave it at that. But there's a couple more minutes left. Let's hear the rest of this.
And they're crying, they're upset, they don't know what's going on. And my kids are watching this whole thing. And she walks away talking about, oh, you talk all that shit, but you scared. You scared. Girl, scared? Scared? No. There's a time and there's a place. Not when I have my infant child and my other 3 children standing right there. Honestly, there's never a place because you will never touch me. And if you did, yeah. But you would never touch me, okay? The fact that you even try to get in my face is like, girl, who are you? And I'm telling you, my kids were so shaken up and crying. Like, they were literally shaking. They literally was like, Mommy, we thought you were gonna fight. We thought blah, blah, blah. Like, they were so scared. And he was standing there. And that girl was laughing. Girl, I don't know what's so funny, okay? I mean, did somebody hand you a mirror? Girl, I don't know what's so funny. Girl, when I tell y'all I never seen a person I never seen it in face to face, girl, it's not giving what y'all think it's giving, okay?
Okay. Now she's in that moment, she's talking about Nisha. So I was curious. I had to look up what she looked like, and this is what I could find. Apparently it's some kind of Instagram post. And so, judging just from that, I mean, granted, she could be using filters and stuff like that, but I don't think she's a bad-looking woman. I mean, if I'm being honest, Liv, she's got quite a nice shape on her. She's got, like, what a lot of guys would call slim thick. She's small in the waist and got the butt, and she's cute in the face. So it's like, what do you mean? Like, she's not ugly. She's not a bad-looking chick whatsoever. And maybe you're a little jealous about the fact that he moved on and things like that, too, but I mean, to talk about her physical appearance when there's nothing wrong with her, it's not like, you know, she's ugly or has a messed up body or something like that. And you know, you're a gorgeous woman too. Like, you've got the colored eyes, you've got the, you know, pretty skin, you got the nice long, you know, silky smooth hair, you know, and I get that. But this girl has a great shape. And if we're just judging by how most men look at women, they might find her more attractive because think about it. Guys are more interested in sex. And so sex is dealing with the body, right? And so maybe a lot of guys might find her body more attractive just because she's smaller and, you know, she's got like almost a flat stomach, it looks like, and, you know, big butt. But I'm just saying, like, that's probably how guys would look at it, you know, like, yeah, you're gorgeous and you're biracial and you got the hair and the eyes, but she's not a bad looking girl. So who knows, maybe she had a rough day at the mall that day, but I mean, come on, girl, like, you've had some rough days on here too, and hell, we all have, let's just be honest. But, you know, to call out her looks like that, I don't think that's necessary. But character wise, I think that's pretty messed up. But maybe at the same time, her and her family are a little bit tired of the videos that you've put out and said so much crap about them, and you have. So maybe it's time to do some soul searching and to put a stop to that, because again, it's not worth it. It's definitely not worth you losing anything. Your platform, your life, your children. It's not. And, you know, there's some people out there that are willing to drop bows in a mall in front of all. They don't care who's there. Maybe her sister's got nothing to lose, you know, at the end of the day. And she just wants the chance to beat up, you know, a pretty light-skinned girl or something. Who knows? I mean, I'm not, you know, saying that's what it is. But you got people like that. So it's like you need to be aware of that, and you need to think about what's important at the end of the day. And being right all the time is not more important than being alive. I'm just saying.
And I feel so bad for my kids. Like I said, we had a beautiful day. We had an even better night. And I already know people are going to be like, well, Olivia, you asked for this. I didn't ask for nothing. I don't know you. I don't know you. You know what I mean? I don't know who you are. I've never seen you a day in my life. And then I confronted him on the phone, and I said, so you gonna let that lady, like, look at y'all. I don't care about that person. There's no ties. We're not cool. We're not friends. We are nothing, apparently. But for him to allow that to happen, I'm still the mother of your kids. That's disgusting. So you're gonna do this. So you have no respect for my children because you don't care if they're scared. You don't care if you're upsetting them. You have a beef with me? Okay, cool. You have a beef with me. That's fine. But don't do that shit. Don't disrespect my children. You understand?
And I'm 100% agreed with her on that. Like, Gerard, whoever, you know, he is, he definitely was wrong in allowing that to happen. You're the man at the end of the day. You're supposed to lead. And so you're not supposed to allow any women to get out of character in your presence. It should have been one of those things where you shut all of that crap down immediately. I'm just saying, like, you know, again, is Liv's life perfect? Is she somebody that, you know, at the end of the day probably hasn't done some things that would be called into question and be considered ratchet and ghetto and all that? I'm not saying that she's not. And I'm not saying she's perfect. And I definitely can understand why Nisha herself would have a problem with her, because she's talked a lot of crap about her. But for your sister, come on, y'all grown as heck. All of that.
I need to stand up for my sister. I'm gonna fight for my sister.
Come on now. Let your sister fight her own battles, number one. And two, Gerard, don't allow any woman in your presence to get out of character. As a man, you handle things. You stand up and you put women in the place that they technically belong in. And I mean, not getting out of character, not getting loud, not cussing in public. No woman should be able to do that in your presence. I'm just saying. You guys leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Is this getting crazier as the days go by? Anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. And if I don't see you before then, I'll definitely catch you after the new year. Bye.